All right, coming to you live here. Why don't you make some noise? We're live in class. Make some noise. Come on. You didn't say anything. Say one thing. Come on, say hi. Ooh. All right. Okay, we got volume of cones and pyramids today. Today is April 4th, 2013. It's 2013, isn't it? What is it? 2014?
2012.
It's 2012. All right, here we go. We're going to start out volume of cones and pyramids. This is slightly different from yesterday. Yesterday we did prisms and actually we did composite prisms and cones. So today we're going to cover cones and pyramids, and this will be the last new stuff for the week. So we're going to quiz on up to this. Okay. The formula for a cone and a pyramid is much like the formula for a prism. It's the area of the base times the height, but it's a third of that value. So when you have a pyramid and a cone, it's a third of your area for the prism. Yeah.
Why is it a third though? Like, is there a reason for like a triangle?
Well, if it's a prism, right? I mean, if we're talking about a prism, we're talking about a straight up and down solid, right? It's going straight up and down. If we're talking about a cone, we're talking about going straight up to one point. Okay? So what happens is 2/3 of the volume is cut out going up to that point. See? Know what I mean? See what I mean there? Know what I mean, Vern? And we're not going to go into how you get 1/3 at this point, but we'll just stick with it is 1/3 right now. So, good question. You have to pay attention to what the shape of the base is in order to get the area of the base. So it's 1/3 area of the base times the height of the pyramid. So in this case, this is just a square pyramid. So, and it gives you the actual height is 12. So you take 1/3 times, what's the area of a 12 by 12 square? Okay, 144, and then a height of 12. You take that right there, and then you will make a calculation. And I would just suggest you type all that right in your calculator in one calculation. So I'd recommend just typing it all in as one calculation, just like this. You have a big fancy calculator now, so you can use it. Hit enter one time, and you end up with a volume of 576 square or cubic units. 576 units cubed. Okay. Any questions on that one? Square pyramid. So it's just like finding the volume of a prism, only multiplying by a third. All right, slightly different question here. What's the volume for a triangular pyramid? What's the formula for a triangular pyramid? Same formula, just that the base is a different shape. So the formula is, oops, 1/3 area of the base times the height. The thing is the shape of the base will change shapes. So in this case, the base is a triangle. So our base here is triangular. So if we want to find the area of that triangular base, you have to remember the area formula for a triangle. In fact, there was a question that I checked on the homework the other day, and there was probably I don't know, 5 people that had twice as much volume as they should, and that was because they did not use the area formula for a triangle. And the area formula for a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. So in this triangle, either one of these could be the base. You could have 8 as your base and 14 as your height. And so the area for this triangle here would be 1/2 of 14 times 8, which is the same as 7 times 8, or 56 square units. Why is it square units, not cubic units? Not three-dimensional, it's just the area. So we're just talking about the area of this triangle right here. Now you take that and you multiply that by 1/3 as well as the height, and you'll have the volume of that pyramid. So take those 3 numbers, multiply them together, and you'll have your volume. So calculate that, you get 317 1/3 units cubed. So 300, what was it? 17.3 or so, however you're going to round it, units cubed. Yep. Okay, so pay attention to what shape the base is. Good? Okay. Is there a special formula for a cone? There can be, but you don't need it. Your book actually gives you a special formula for a cone, but I don't really like that. You don't need to memorize all these formulas. There's one formula. It's 1/3 area of the base times the height. Okay, in this case, the area of the base comes from a circle. And so if we have a circular base, what's the area formula for a circle? Remember that? Pi r, pi times the radius squared. They give you the radius here, so the area for this is going to be 5 squared pi, or 25 pi. You just leave pi in your answer until you get to the very end, and then you hit enter 1 time, and you'll be most accurate. So 1/3 times 25 times pi times the height, which is 15. Ooh, I don't know. Is that the slant height or is that the regular height? Let's go back to the other problems for a minute. Oh. Excuse me, there's a phone call.